Horace the Hornworm, a story by Tiffany Dixon. Deep in Elizabeth's garden, under a leafy jungle of tomato vines, lived a plump, green caterpillar named Horace the Hornworm. 6 pairs of eyes, 12 in total, he bragged. That's why I'm the supervisor of these tomato plants, because of my supervision. But, truth be told, Horace's 12 little ocelli could only tell light from dark. When a cloud passed, he'd bump straight into a tomato stem. Guess all these eyes are for decoration, he muttered, rubbing his head. Horace wasn't just any caterpillar. He had 6 real legs up front, sharp, shiny, and serious. He had 10 wiggly pro-legs with suction cup feet in back that helped him cling to the leaves. He loved showing off. Look at this grip, he boasted, doing a leaf pull-up. All the other hornworms clapped their stubby little pro-legs together. One hot morning, Horace waved his tiny antennae and sniffed the air. A juicy red tomato glowed in the sunlight. Then the round red fruit rolled slightly in the breeze. Ah! It moved! Horace shrieked. The other hornworms screamed too. The red monster is alive! They cried. They scurried under the flower pots for safety. Horace whispered, Good thinking, team. No one will find us here. Then he sneezed. Choo! Just then, Liz and her daughter, Vicky, went to water the garden. Mom, where did all the caterpillars go? Asked Vicky, peeking around. Liz lifted the pot, and a dozen terrified hornworms burst out like popcorn. Chaos broke out. Caterpillars crawled every which way, up, down, sideways, and even backwards. Camouflage! Shouted Horace. Pretend you're bird droppings! They squished themselves flat and tried their best impression of pigeon poop. But Liz and Vicky were not fooled. Aw, they're kinda cute, said Vicky. Horace peeked from behind a leaf. Well, since the bird-dropping act failed, he whispered, we'll scare them with real frass. And before anyone could stop him, splat, splat, splat. Liz laughed. Looks like they made a mess, Vicky giggled. The caterpillars, thinking they'd won, scrambled away in victory, right into Tiffany's pumpkin patch. Horace puffed up proudly between gasps. Retreat successful, he said, though no one knew where they were retreating to. Just then, Mark came outside. He spotted the moving pumpkin. What in the world? He said, lifting it. Hundreds of green hornworms scattered in every direction. "Ah, it's got a horn on its butt," Mark said, pointing at Horace. "It's not a horn," Horace cried, offended. "It's a decorative feature." The children came running out. "Look, Dad, they're everywhere," they shouted, laughing and pointing. The caterpillars were frazzled once again, wiggling, wriggling, slipping, sliding. They scrambled up the nearest tree, clinging to branches with their suction cup feet. "Follow me!" shouted Horace. Horace," said one tiny caterpillar, "you're heading upside down." "I meant to do that," said Horace, hanging by his pro legs. After all the excitement, they dangled quietly. Their 4,000 tiny muscles twitched from exhaustion. Horace sighed. Maybe flying would be easier. And for the first time, he stopped crawling. Together, the hornworms hung in their J shapes, dreaming of wings. No more shadow monsters. No more frost battles. Just peaceful skies ahead. "Good night, my squirmy soldiers," whispered Horace. And with that, the funny little hornworms drifted into their cocoons, ready for their next adventure. The end. I hope you liked this story.